Okay, we are at lesson 24, and before I tell you what the lesson is, I have a few questions for you. Take your time in answering. Do you know what makes you happy? What situations or outcomes you need to see in order for you to be happy? Another way of putting it is, what do you really, really want? Remember in yesterday's lesson, lesson 23, it ended with, is this what you really want to see? So I'm asking you to explore that question. What do you really want, and how do you get what you want? So this lesson 24 is titled, I do not perceive my own best interest. I do not perceive my own best interest. And the operative word is perceive. So what determines your perception are the thoughts that you have and the meaning that you give to the thoughts. So we've talked about how the thoughts are then projected outward into what we perceive. So in this lesson, the premise of the lesson is true perception brings happiness. Anything else is a distortion of your perception that you think may bring you happiness, but will invariably be revealed as something that did not make you happy. And why is that? Because you are going to have conflicting goals and conflicting expectations that ultimately will reveal itself as not giving you what you believed you wanted. So for example, at work, you believe that you want a certain job or a promotion, let's say. You believe that if you get the promotion, oh my goodness, if I get this promotion, I'm going to feel recognized, I'm going to feel valued, it's going to come with more money. But the more you scan the mind for the goals that you want, the more you realize that with it, it may also come from, at least your perception, with more responsibility, more stress, more expectations on you. And so at the subconscious level, we have these conflicting goals associated that we're not yet revealing to ourselves consciously, but they're having an effect on ultimately how you feel about the outcome itself. So the exercise would be, and it would be in 2-minute increments, 5 times throughout the day. You've heard that before. You would actually search the mind, given a specific situation, of what are the goals that you want to accomplish and the outcome that you want to see. So you would say to yourself, in the situation involving blank, I would like blank to happen. In the situation involving blank, I would like blank to happen. And then what else would you like to happen? And what else would you like to happen? You scan the mind for all the possible goals that you are associating and that you would like to see happen involving a specific situation or a specific relationship. It doesn't have to just be a situation itself. But at the end of the day, the recognition of, wait a second, I have got all these conflicting goals associated to this situation. I don't truly know what I want to happen. I don't know what I want to see. That's where you want to get to. Because the only way to reveal true perception, and true perception is revealed to you, is by denying the perceptions that are coming your way and not seeing them with a sense of certainty and not associating truth to them because they are coming from the ego. You're listening to two voices, one or the other. You're listening to the voice of the ego, or you're listening to the voice of truth. You cannot listen to both at the same time. So as you say to yourself, I see the situation, I see all the myriad of ways I would like, or the myriad of things I would like to happen from this situation, and my perception, I hear it, I see it, but I don't believe it. I don't know that it's absolutely true. that this is what I want. So when you start to question your certainty around what it is that you want, you open up to having revealed to you what true perception is that will always be tied to what's in your best interest. There is only one perception of a situation that's tied to your best interest, but your mind will create millions of different types of distorted perceptions. So you get to that point where you recognize, I don't know what I want fully, not with certainty, but I'm open to recognizing what it is that I want. And then true perception, as well as your best interest, is revealed. So remember that because perception is distorted, our perception is distorted, it requires that we retrain the mind. And by scanning the mind, searching the mind for all the possible outcomes that we desire, you are then revealing so much that's in the subconscious, and you're bringing it to conscious awareness. And in doing so, you then have the opportunity to make the decision to either see it as truth or not. And the more you recognize that it does not reveal absolute truth when it comes from your egoic perceptions, the more you open up to what does, and then you feel in alignment with the outcome itself and what's in your best interest. And that brings a true sense of peace and happiness. If the goal that you are setting, the way you have identified what it is that you want, does not bring peace or happiness, it's distorted. If it brings anxiety or fear, it's conflicted and therefore distorted. So use that as your gauge. Does it make me feel more peace when I connect to what it is that I want? I had learned years ago a model called Heart Circles by Tej Steiner out of Oregon, a wonderful man who created this model. And in this model, at the core of it is taking a moment to tuning in and really starting to search what it is that you truly want, and allowing everything to reveal itself so that you can see it for what it is and choose to either resonate with that or not. Remember, no matter what it is, if you believe you want to have wealth in your life, you may have a conflicting belief that those that are wealthy aren't able to be spiritual, for example. But you may not be acknowledging that conflicted belief. Or those that are wealthy, with it comes, being able to compromise your integrity, or more stress and more responsibility, or more people are going to depend on you the wealthier you get. There's all these different types of conflicting wants. This is why our perceptions are distorted. I know that I'm hitting this point a number of different ways, but again, repetition is the mother of skill. All this lesson is asking you to do is to allow all these different conflicting goals and wants to reveal themselves, choose to see them for what they are, distorted perception, set them aside, and then open up to true perception, and therefore acknowledge what is in your best interest and move in that direction. And it's exciting to do. It's the retraining of the mind. It's something that is done in every lesson. But I truly feel that once you make that decision, that everything that you are revealing through the egoic perceptions are likely to be distorted, and you don't have to buy into them. You don't have to believe your own thoughts about them. Then a new world is revealed, and that's what we're here to experience. A remembering of the world that has always been, but that we've covered through our own distorted perceptions from the ego. That is lesson 24. Excited to get to lesson 25 tomorrow.